Hello guys, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. Today we are out camping in beautiful New Mexico up in the mountains, and we are going to make pork chops on the stick, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So what I've got here in front of me is a rack of pork. You guys may have seen this as a crown of pork, and a crown of pork is simply when they take this rack of pork and they French the bones down, which means that they clean the meat off of the bones, and then they put this in a kind of a circle and put some butcher's twine around it and smoke it, and it creates a really nice presentation. I'm not going to do that today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a lot of this silver skin. I'm going to French the bones down, and then I'm going to make some nice thick slices of pork chops, hence the pork chop on the stick. So I'm going to trim this up, and I'll see you guys back in a minute. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've trimmed a lot of the silver skin off of this rack of pork, and I Frenched the bones down just a little bit. So now I'm just going to cut these into really thick pork chops, and I think there'll probably be maybe an inch and a quarter. You might have a little bone here that you have to go through, but just put a little bit of pressure and you will go through it here. There we go. Look at this. Look at this massive chop. So let me cut one more for you guys. Again, sometimes these bones are turning, so you just have to chase it a little bit. Like in this case here. Just like that. Okay? So you're going to end up with some really nice thick pork chops. So guys, I'm going to slice the rest of this up and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've got my pork chops all sliced up here, ready to be marinated. And the seasonings that I'm going to use is the Victory Lane's Garlic Jalapeno Seasonal. I'm going to give it a nice coating of the Competition Rib Rub. And then I'm also going to coat this with the Sassy Apple Rub. I will be smoking these in my Weber kettle. I did bring my Slow and Sear up to the mountains with us. And I'm going to go ahead and season these up, get my Weber fired up, and I'll take you guys outside, so stay tuned. Alright guys, got my Weber kettle fired up, and I got the Slow and Sear in there, and I just put some water in there as well to keep the pork chops nice and juicy. I'm going to drop a couple chunks of pecan wood. Let's get one more in there. Alright, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, guys. I'm going to try to maintain a temperature of 250 degrees. I got to play with my intake and the exhaust. So, again, I'm going to cook these to an internal temperature of 130, and then I'm going to go ahead and sear them on the hot side once I get to that temperature. So, stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, we are back, and it's been 40 minutes since I put the chops in, and I've been running a temperature of 250 degrees, and that is with the bottom open about a quarter of the way and the exhaust as well. So the intake and exhaust are about a quarter of the way, and I was able to maintain 250 degrees. And I'm up in the mountains, guys. I think I'm at 7,500 feet above sea level right now, so not too shabby. So I want to go ahead and take an internal temperature and see where we're at. Oh man. Right, guys, I'm at 135. 136. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the lid off. I'm going to let this charcoal get really, really hot, and then I'm going to sear them. So stay tuned. Alright guys, we are back, and my coals are really nice and hot now. Got a super secret ingredient right here. It's a Chipotle barbecue sauce from Chef Johnny. So Chef Johnny, thank you very much. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these chops. Look at this. Put them right over the hot coals. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put some sauce on this. Again, thank you, Chef Johnny. Look at that. Oh man. I think the elk are going to come down from the mountains after smelling this. So just like that. Probably 2 minutes on each side. I'll flip them, put some sauce on the other side, flip them so the sauce gets nice and tacky, and we'll be back, guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back inside, and I just sliced this pork chop, and look at this. It looks amazing. The color on it is good, really nice and tender. Look at this. Got some homemade mashed potatoes, some veggies as well. Oh man, nice and juicy. Look at that juice coming out of that pork chop. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but I'm going to back the camera up and give this a taste test. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back, and can't wait to taste this pork chop. Really nice and tender, really juicy. Wow. The rubs and Chef Johnny, your sauce, really, really tasty. Got some homemade mashed potatoes, some veggies. Guys, that slow and sear on the Weber kettle. First time I use the slow and sear, and I absolutely love it because you can smoke your food and then sear it, and this is what you get. This is the end result. So, guys, I hope you like this video out here in the wilderness in New Mexico. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Ask any questions. See you guys.